or of the charity. See if we can get close. Or of the charity. See if we can get close. Or of the charity. See if we can get close. Or of the charity. See if we can get
Still busy setting everything up here there. It's just making sure that everything is going on live to YouTube and Twitch. So hopefully everything is going to where they need to go there. Okay, so I'm just going to start there. Again, my name is will be one. I will be one Kenobi there, aka just I'm just from Hot, aka will be one Kenobi there. Let's just get the mic a bit closer to me there. Okay. And I'm going to be continuing my journey in the Outer Worlds. Let's just turn down the music a bit there. So where we left off last time, I'm still on the initial starter planet. So I think it's like Eridanus there. Okay, well I think that's the name there. And I've literally just cut off power to the settlement for the deserters there. And now what I'm going to is they've given me an opportunity to bring those deserters into the main settlement there. But I think I'm gonna have to kill the person that's in charge of the cannery there. But we're going to see what I can do if I can avoid killing people unnecessarily there. But I think for one of the people there, so I have to go find a missing person there before they will actually leave the settlement that I have cut the power to there. find Zoe. Which... Let's see if I can start off much better than what I did yesterday there. So I'm going to find a much better place to set up for my second monitor there, so I can see all the chat coming through. Which so far there isn't it, but I'm not too worried though. Okay, there's someone there. Yeah. And in case if you're wondering why my aim is so shit there, for some reason I always like play like RPGs, even if they're in the first person shooter style, like it is now, like the Outer Worlds is, and for that I always play them with a controller. But the only controller that I do have, it's got some stick drift there. As you can see, well, there's nothing there. So okay. Oh, there I see. From here. Well, that's cool. I see the red one. Let's see if I can. Oh, okay. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. Because I love dying here. Okay. I just want to... So there would be much of a reverb there. Because I just heard like an echo of my voice. Don't stream for a couple of years there, and all of a sudden you still think you know everything there, yeah. Dead. Now I'm going to do a proper save there because the seed was saving, but meanwhile I was still being loaded into the community center there. Okay, let's look at that. Okay, got some possible cards and some ammo. I'm guessing the Tosco is this universe's version of something like cricket or baseball there. But knowing it's being an American developed game there, obviously it will be more likely to be baseball. Okay, I thought I saw. Okay.
Don't mess with us.
Yeah. And there's a ship coming in. Oh, there's a couple of ships coming in. Let's. Okay.
Got 'em all.
Yeah, I think we do. Let's loot the bodies. Let's look better for me there. Let's see. Good. There.
Wow,
Yeah.
you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What?
Yeah.
You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Can't imagine you're happy here. Food's awful, company's worse, and no serial dramas. Okay, can't intimidate. Let's see.
And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back.
Okay.
I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose.
Yeah.
Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Yeah. I need to
I'm
clarify
great at
something.
clarifying.
Okay. Why did you leave
I
camp?
got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Punches back there. TNR makes a best gear for your friends and family companion perks. The companion has leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page on your ledger and select the perk button to see available perks. Okay. Okay, well, let's first do my... So, okay, let's... Okay, let's apply, accept. Okay. I think that's just what I watch. Yeah. Weight stress increase is the amount of surface pain it generates when attacking enemies. I think the engineering one's better for me there. Okay. Let's see what's a journal. Okay, so return to Grace. Let's take a walk up there. So you'll take a walk as I'm like jogging there, yeah.
One of us want to go see what happened?
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now.
Yeah, I thought Zoe
We
to
didn't
coming
always
back.
get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with a band of marauders. They didn't hurt her. Something about wanting to be an outlaw. I'd rather not get into it. Okay,
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things.
yeah.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
There's nothing left for you here.
The matter's been weighing on me.
Yeah.
Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in?
Yeah.
I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
I'm going to
Sure.
follow,
Suit yourself. I'll be here.
okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's something we got to. Come on. There's a weapons bench though. Okay, I think this is one here. Or workbench. Insufficient weapon parts, insufficient weapon parts. Insufficient weapon parts. Breakdown. Weapons there. Yeah, that's that guns are fully paired. Okay.
What happened? Sprat fell into a trap.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Yeah. There's one of the
No
bench
kidding.
parts.
Really? Well, which one? Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
Yeah.
In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
That you've done
Sure,
on the others.
I'd be- I've been thinking about going. I get sick. You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years.
Yeah, I'm going to
You know where to find me.
Yeah. Yeah, I should go. Let's go to Reed Thompson. Let's use the map. Fast travel to Edgewater there. Back to Wildslime, but yeah, rather keep doing that. Okay. so it must be somewhere in January here. Let's see, not known as steel. Get around to the side there because the things are clearly like on the side of a wall. Why do I jump instead of? Okay. That's all not good with. So now let's let's read to leave. I just saved it beforehand there.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my... I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic. You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna.
Pretty sure it's your food that's making you sick. You need Adelaide's garden.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Look, Reed, all I know is that it involves some really complicated math, and it works. She's been human corpses in her fertilizer. She's growing her crops with special fertilizer. Let's see if
Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way.
Okay.
My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
What
A
are
couple
your
months ago, I
plans?
might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
Yeah. Let's take it. So now he is being dealt with. Yeah, it's this way. That. Right. Let's go. Let's fast travel to the lab. First, get Thomas. Let's get him.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Yeah. Get one of them.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 2.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. What's on your mind?
How long have
Couple
you looked
months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you. What's on your mind?
Let's leave the condo. Now let's... Let's pick up our power regulator that I wanted. Okay.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
I talked to Reed into
I
leaving.
never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point.
Yeah.
Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. You telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies.
I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Okay, well, thank you then. Okay. Let's work on my, let's put all those points into leadership. Okay, come on, your companions to use one of their special abilities. That's left arrow, companion one, right arrow for the second one. Companion there. Yeah. Let's go for slightly longer tactical dilation, time dilation. Okay, so let's go through all these other tasks here. So that's where the okay, let's up there. Okay. Let's first go to Conrad's.
I could cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Okay.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
No, it's not. It's godliness. Okay.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical
Some time
rights?
ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an
Not
year.
a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I
Much
think of
obliged.
anything. Phyllis, the receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company is going to have to pull whether it is destruction of Spacer's choice property. Eugene was an asset, and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that we poured off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. First G.
What can I do for you?
I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
Because I found a note from
Then,
Phyllis.
you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb.
Yeah.
Desperate measures.
Desperate measures.
I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
So I'm just here to collect your dues.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Goodbye. And it's going to
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
Nope,
Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Take it easy.
And what are you doing here? Visiting? Well, let me give you the grand tour. This here's my domicile, and there's the door.
I'm here to collect your gravesite.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching, and soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
Yeah, a couple.
I'd
at
steer
least.
clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Yes. You're being paranoid.
I am? Law, help me. Paranoia is one of the plague's known symptoms. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
And not so fast.
I'll do what I can.
Don't you
I
buy
tried
medicine or
medicating
something?
myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
Yeah. Well, fuck the company.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
I assume there are
You will
guards.
not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand. I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Yeah, I've heard of
So
that.
you'll do it then?
Yeah, I'll
You
do it then.
oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord.
Okay. That's it.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
What?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. He's saying it's after.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you
I probably
do?
shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Didn't
All right.
worry about that.
Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
You need
Something like that.
someone
Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
to- I think about
That's
it.
all I can ask of you.
Okay. And it's up here.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm not a new worker. Very sorry, fees on you to do it.
Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment,
These papers aren't signed in your name.
because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You have to pay for your neighbor's gravesite fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
That's it, the guy
Woke
shot
up one
himself?
morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough to
Eugene
see
wasn't
that.
family.
Would you...
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be
I'm
serious.
plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person,
Well,
not an
excuse
asset,
you.
eh?
I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to work. Okay, so now let's So there. Yeah, that pig does not look healthy in that image there.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Not
Run
this
into
piece
any
you
trouble?
wanted? Paper,
Reliable
pieces,
work from a
pieces.
freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah,
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
Okay. That hold you to it there. Okay, let's. Okay, let's go for. Let's go for that manual book there. Where it wasn't. Tomorrow. Found in the Emeraldville Community Center there. So let's get this. Spectrum Vodka. Okay. So good. Okay, so that's probably from the last time that came through here. But I didn't steal everything before. Vending machine described as let's see if I can. Okay, it's done okay. Maybe Emma. actually want to sell all my junk there. So you can't take that all. That's that is empty. Another bypass shrunk there. And the magnet. Keep on wanting to let's go get that other manual that's that Vicar wanted there. Get down here. Victor's domicile. And there's a couple of marauders there. A little bit up there. Let's go in. It looks like it's going to be in this building. Just taking a look. Cubes there. I just got a letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to the Edgewater Cannery effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia. But scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. Don't want these books Boulderinger, and some contraband lockers, so I stashed them away in the cave over by the river. So now I've got to go to another place. Let's just see. So I've got to go to the cave that's by the river there. A fucking nice looking cave here, though. I don't like that there. Okay.
Clever.
General mid buckaroo, bin cartridge, shot cannon, bypass shunt, armor parts. Oh. Now, do I... Yep, I'm going to take my chances there. That could have gone a lot better there. Let's see.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Yeah. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. He's just interested in fixing stuff.
Yeah.
He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Yeah,
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Desk here.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery hums, streetlights and faces glow.
Yeah.
I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter?
And the
I am
deserters are back.
somewhat taken aback by that. Given the heat between her and Mr. Thompson, what deal did you strike with her, I wonder? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Well, French is well, so well, you could still have the info that you need there. You just need to learn how to read French. Okay, so at least you still have your mission working.
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be beneficial. You need a ride out of town. I will
Certainly.
run the ship then.
I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
Fantastic. I promise you won't regret this.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. It is my esteemed pleasure to serve as your crew vicar, Captain.
Okay, so now he's brought him up. Party then. So now let's see what's in my... Okay, nothing much then. Let's see if there's a...
By verity, by strength. What are we... I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
I guess, yeah.
Can't believe my desperation has led me to you. Well, I just remembered there actually is a list like that. The Groundbreaker has access to it. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and... I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Captain.
Let's give him there's a bigger base health there. Service. Groundbreaker. That does not sound like it's something that's on this planet, but just quickly see if I can do a Google search here regarding see. So yeah, just saw the Google search though that the third volume should be somewhere inside the geothermal plant. Yeah, there. So let's go inside. Enter the geothermal plant and head to the receptionist's desk. Security on the right says to borrow your copy of the Young Spaces Guide The mechanical engineer has been sputtering and only the reference. I returned the copy to the repair bay. Okay, so let's see. Behind your heads. It's amazing how much like backtracking there is in some of these games. Borrowed the copy. I think I need to read down in the pit bunch of rubbish. Okay, so there is someone here, there.
No, just leave me alone.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt you. Unless you hurt me first.
Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram!
I'm... Calm down, I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Well, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Yeah, how long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with them.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanical, those follow behavior of the logic module, someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So you ate
braised,
sprats.
boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. You mean, why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Okay, I should go. Well, I just I saw Parvati just doing a strange version of the moonwalk there. It's human. Find intruders. Use faces, choice towards mechanicals. But I think they're all dead anyway, so not gonna make much of a difference, but still.
Question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Processing. Sweeping the... Performing.
Well done. We're still alive.
Still alive. Let's get the fucking hell back to... so let's get this lost journal to Thomas here. Why am I not running on the road there where there's fucking lights? No one knows except for me, and I saying, well, not even me knows what the fuck am I talking about there.
Any luck finding one of those manuals? Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time? I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town. Something must have changed in Edgewater. Adelaide's... No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
The elusive
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Should go.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Never liked Reed much. Can't say I'm sorry.
See if I can. Okay. Looks like that I can't use. Yeah, that's. That's completes that side quest. Fake windows adds beauty and verisimilitude to.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Yeah.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before.
You mentioned the logic module.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, well, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Let's improve range a bit. Stealth there. Perks. Great health here, your time outside of stasis. So. Okay, so Clint changed that there. Long tomorrow. So let's see. Transition to Edgewater. Let me save there. Give the medicine to Barton.
You wanna mingle, go try the cantina.
Have that medicine you wanted.
Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting. I don't know what that means. Is that some sort of medical condition? Is my plague getting worse or something? Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got. You're wringing the blood out of me. Here, you can have whatever's in my pockets.
Let's see you around, huh? Okay, so there's. Okay, now let's get to my ship, the Unreliable.
Is
Let's
this your
get to it.
ship?
Yeah.
Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I can understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy. You've never seen a
I've
ship
worked
before?
on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Well, of course. I'd be glad to have
Yes!
you then.
I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Okay, so now we...
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
I have a
Do
power
you know
upgrade.
how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Okay, I'll be back. So I'm guessing that this is the cargo bay here. And there's... Ticket to anywhere, not your very own ship. Is that my ship? Okay, let's drop down. And let's talk with
What can I
Nico.
do for you, Captain?
Power
All
regulator
systems are
is
operating
installed.
within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here. Oh, that looks a beauty. Against all odds, the Unreliable takes flights.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
I've been wanting to...
Ah, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time and get to the point for this.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
So
in theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Okay, that's the navigation terminal there, so I just want to see where the shroud. Okay, so this must be my quarters there. Single bed. Okay. The holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sites. Okay, so let's get down to looks like I need so it looks like I am going to be going to the Groundbreaker.
We've arrived.
Welcome to the solar system. Here you can see all the planets in the solar system as well as special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
To the Groundbreaker.
And
Can we chat?
yes, we can.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
What about
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Yeah, it's... Yeah, so I feel that's the so I hope that those two are selected there. And I think that once this is finished, I am going to be saving. And I am going to be ending the stream there. And so... Okay, so you see my times there. That's between 8 and 10 o'clock on Monday. So it's between 8 and 10 o'clock on during those days there. As in fact on the weekends I'll probably be streaming for a few more a lot longer, so a few more hours, and maybe like a different game or so there. If you follow, so you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. In fact, but most social medias there, I am at WillBe1Kenobi there. I want to thank you all for joining me for the stream, and have a good day further.